Hey guys, today not brilliant because I'm still recovering. Back isn't really hurting today. I think it's the change in weather. But I've got comics to make, videos to edit, and we're working on the new book. That's All of the House Volume 3, which means that we now have enough worked out to make the collected in-colour anthology as well, which will be volumes 1, 2 and 3 all together, with some extra content and also in colour. The first 3 books, of course, being in black and white because it keeps the print costs down, but this anthology of all 3 will be hardback, in colour, and consequently higher price. Can't do anything about that, it's just the printing costs to do that. But it means that there's going to be an awful lot of work. I'm not going to finish the book today, of course I'm not, but got to start work at some point, so let's do it. Also, we haven't had a Game Hammer extra this week or last week because I still haven't had time, due to everything that's been happening, to rebuild the game and get on with the next part of it. So hopefully I can do that on Sunday, I don't know. But we'll see how we go. Anyway, got to get to work because we have a lot of stuff to do, so let's get to it. Also, I want to address something. Yes, we had a guy try to break in last night. That's why we didn't have a vlog yesterday, and it's also why, if you've seen my Facebook stuff, if you're on my friends list, some of you are, I know some of you are because family and friends watch this, then yeah, that's the guy that I've sent the screenshot of. I'm angry. I'm actually beyond angry, but at the moment we're still waiting on the police to bother turning up. Phoned them last night on a 999 when the people were still there, and still not here. Right, let's see if I can get this working. Everything actually working properly. Hello guys! Right, it's been a couple of days since we had a vlog because basically someone tried to get into the house, basically. Climbed over the back fence with a group of people helping them, and when Jen saw them and chased them off, they gave her threats. He threw abuse at her, gave her threats, and we phoned the police. As you do. Got a good picture of the one that got into the garden. Full face on the CCTV. We got CCTV of the whole thing. Police haven't even bothered turning up. That was 2 days ago now. Absolutely nothing. No response. No one turned up to get CCTV, take a statement, even give us a phone call. So now I've got to take time out of my day to make a formal complaint about the police for them not doing their job. This is what really annoys me about the state of our country at the moment. Basically, people like me, good people, who have got a lot of work to do, have to find time in a busy schedule to tell other people that they should be doing their jobs. Why should I have to tell other people that they have to do their job? They should be doing their job and letting me get on with mine. So I'm very annoyed. I may not get to a conference I'm supposed to be at tomorrow because apparently trains aren't running. So I've got to find out whether I can get there. At this moment, I'm working on the basis that I'm not able to go. So that's an annoyance, but I've got a plan for that. I've got a contingency plan for that, where I'll work hard on the new book that we're putting out, the third All Over the House collection. I'll be dealing with some of that later on if I get the time, because it's one of those days. Everything is just getting on top of me because it all has to happen now. If I don't chivvy along the police, they're not going to do anything, so I've got to do that. If I can't find a thing for the trains, well, I can do the book tomorrow. So that's not a problem. I mean, I would like to go to this conference, but if I can't get that, It's just that's how it is, and I've got to move on. I've got to do a lot of other work. I've got Jen's video to edit today, which we filmed last night. I've got my own Game Hammer to film, and got to do that today. Oh, it's just so annoying. So let's get on. I've got comics to do as well, my goodness. It's just a busy day. So let's get on with this complaint and then get on to some actual work that I'm supposed to be doing today. If you can notice from my attitude here, I am angry, very angry. People tried to break into my house, people threatened my wife, and the police have done nothing. I think I'm justified in being angry. Right, let's get on. Now, the plan is to do Game Hammer, so I better get the... Where it is. I've got a script ready. This is getting quite full now. That's all the Game Hammer scripts that we've done for the last short while. And I'm going to have a different way of doing it this time, because last time I did, well, in fact, all of the Game Hammers have been done facing that way with screens behind me, but I decided, do you know what? It might just be better to just do it this way. Because that means I don't have to move the camera as much. I can just sit here and do it straight to the camera. Nice, I might even focus. Yes, I am. Focus on it. Yes. So, there we go. See, now everything's in focus. Decent. Perfectly fine. Good work on it that way. We're doing Shockwave Rider. So, by the time you see this vlog, you should be seeing Shockwave Rider. It's getting warm in here because of the lights. Ow. Ah. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Still hurts. The injury has taken a long time to heal. So the doctor yesterday to deal with that and talk about that. And they're going to do blood tests and things to make sure that I'm alright because my immune system is causing damage. Got a bit of a liver issue, which would explain why I've been feeling a bit off. And it's most likely due to the, well, the medical condition. How many pages? We've got 6 pages to get through, so let's get to it. Shockwave Rider is one of those strange games that you see every now and again that takes dystopian themes and applies them to... Shockwave Rider is one of those strange games you see every now and again that takes dystopian themes and applies them to situations that would otherwise make for a frightfully dull game. What is that drum line supposed to be about? It sounds like someone tried to digitize a guy knocking down a... Oh, I don't often laugh at my own jokes, but yeah. It sounds like someone tried to digitize a guy knocking down a wall. But until next time, I've been Zoe Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching Game Hammer on the Knob Mouse channel, and I'll see you later. Oh. There we go. Not a bad one, pretty short, like 5 or 6 minutes, that's all we really need for it. And, right, better get to editing. I haven't done the intro comedy sketch because I need to do that in another room, and I need 2 versions of me to do it. So, we'll get to that in a moment.
Here comes the science part. Concentrate.
Okay, let's go through the checklist one more time, shall we? Armour, padding, bricks to throw at other people. Excellent. Now we can commute to work. Okay. Check. 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 Wait, what? That should do it. Okay, hopefully that's recorded very nicely, and just a quick way of doing the intro. I've got the phone out, basically, instead of trying to mess with everything with the camera and the big light. I just use the light that's there, the light on the phone, use the phone's video camera system. Let's hope it worked. Try to do Game Hammer on a budget. Not really. I just didn't want to have to try and move everything when my arm was still hurting when I took my cardigan off earlier on, you know? But we try as we must and see how it worked. Okay, let's go through the checklist one more time, shall we?
Okay.
Armour?
Check.
Padding?
Check.
Bricks to throw at other people?
Check.
Excellent. Now we can commute to work.
Check. Wait, what?
Hey guys, it's another day, and I'm going to add this to the end of the vlog that I didn't have time to make last night due to just running out of time. It was very late. So, I'm working on another Game Hammer. It took a while last night to get Game Hammer done, but I got it done. And now I'm working on another one because I'm out of my backlog of scripts. So I'm working on Treasure Island Dizzy. Been going through that today, writing the script, and it's gone really well. I'm very much enjoying it. It's been a while since we did a Dizzy, and I've been looking forward to doing one. I've got several systems still to go through to review, but getting there. I've already got Monday's Game Hammer one-shot done, so I may try and do another one of those later on. It only takes like 10-20 minutes to make a Game Hammer one-shot, so it's nice, good, simple content. I've been toying with the idea of increasing the amount of those I do a week to try and maybe bump it up to getting something out every day, Monday to Friday on the Knob Mouse channel. But I'm not sure I want to do that because I don't want to overload myself with work, you know? Especially when I'm working on these new books. But it's an option for later. So, got the Spectrum version of Treasure Island Dizzy recorded now, and I can put all this together reasonably easily, which is good. The intro, I've had an idea for that. For the little sketch, it's going to be very simple. I can do that. It needs a little bit of animation, but I can do that. And it's animation that, again, I can reuse later, so that's always good. So, how am I getting on? Pretty well. Still got a lot of work to do, but I wanted to do a quick update, and you can tell from my voice that I'm not feeling all that great. I've come down with like an allergy. I think, despite the fact that it's raining excessively, there's still a lot of pollen in the air, which is annoying. So yeah, I'm just trying to get through with that. And I think it's pretty much a given, as you can tell from the fact that I'm here, that I didn't end up getting to the conference today. It's unfortunate. It's one of those things. Couldn't get a lift. The transport was too big an issue trying to get into Manchester to get back down to Sale, to get out to this place between Sale and Altrincham. Just a bit of a problem. So in the end, I ended up not going, but I'm going to put the day to good use anyway. So at least there's that. And well, I'll see everyone at the main conference, so we'll see how it goes. But I am upset that I couldn't get there, but these things happen. Last minute issues, it just happens. Right, I'm waffling, I'm going to get back to this. Let's get back to it. It's the advantage of having glasses. You can try and make them look right. Right, here's the thing. Just finished the review for Treasure Island Dizzy, which is the next Game Hammer. Or at least it's the next one that I've written the script for. Got a little bit of the script to finish off and polish up later on, but for the most part it's done. So I want to turn to the comic book. Now, we have the Knob Mouse collection, All of the House Books 1 and 2. We're making All of the House Book 3. We'll probably end up making Knob Mouse Book 2 fairly soon as well, but we're doing All of the House Book 3 now. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the evening. Working out which comics go into the third one based on what's in 1 and 2. Now, what actually happens is it's sequential. We look at what we've got in here and we follow on. The problem is, this copy that we've kept on our shelves is the damaged one. The one where Lulu didn't print the last few pages. So I've got to now dig out the PDF and work out from there where we go. It's fairly easy once we've done that though, because I've got the templates for the pages. See how they're arranged with 4 comics per page. And this is because this is the early production one. The test one, the one that didn't have everything printed and things like that. It's very close to the middle. If you can see, you can't really see the middle bit. The later ones don't look like that. They're moved out a bit. So, they look a bit different. They look more like this, where you can actually see the middles. The actual, because of this, the way that we changed the comic strip sizes later on in the production run, they don't quite look like this because they're very much a bit smaller compared to what we have here. They're more like this size where you got bigger and bolder and clearer. So I'm trying to put that together now based on the templates, but I had to work out where I start and where I stop. It's 100 and odd pages, probably 102, 104 in the end if we go through it, and a few pages in the front. So it works out fairly easy. I've got a template for the front matter with the copyright details and all that, so that'll go in, which means that I have a page for the introduction for myself and a page for the introduction for Jen, which didn't get printed in this one either for some strange reason. And that means that I start on an even page, which is something that is very important when you're going through producing comics. You've got to know which side the what's it called? The bleed, the internal bleed for the margin will be, because that's where the book folds over and joins. You've got to know where that is. So it's on a right-hand page is on the left, and on the left-hand page is on the right, and then they go together, and then they go into the middle of the margin, and then you still see what you want to see on the page. It's very important to know where that is. So I had to work out that we have a certain amount of pages at front matter. If I change that, I've got to do it an even amount of changes. So let's say I wanted 2 pages for an introduction. Jen would then have to have 2 pages for an introduction, or we'd have a blank page, because it has to line up. Otherwise, I've then got to go and do all of the internal comic pages and the layouts again, because then it wouldn't be starting on the right-hand page, it'd be starting on the left-hand page, and I'd have to move everything over. It's very, very technical. So, it's important to find that out, which is annoying because I now got to hunt down the PDF that we used and work out where I finished from the last one. But that's what I'm going to do now. So it's going to be an all-evening thing, possibly into tomorrow as well, just to get this worked out. 100 and odd pages. Got my phone here, going to play Netflix, maybe some YouTube, catch up on some stuff like that. Got a kind of monster to keep me going. Let's just get into it. It's going to be a long night, but it's going to be worth it. Okay guys, it's going to be one of those weekends, isn't it? Basically what happened after I started work on the book, Photoshop crashed, and then crashed again, and crashed again, and crashed again, and just kept going. I think I've sorted it. I was up a lot last night trying to work out what was wrong, and I think I've sorted it. It may be due to file issues. Basically, Photoshop has an issue with preferences, and if I try and just delete them and restart, it should work. So, it's one of those annoyances, but hopefully it doesn't mean that I can't get what I need to do done today. I want to get at least half of the book put together, the internal materials. So I've got a good head start on the rest of the week, and I want to get some scripts done for Game Armor, trying to get a buffer. Recorded a load of footage last night for 3 games. And Treasure Island Dizzy, Carmageddon 64, and Extreme G on the Nintendo 64. I'm going to go for an N64 bit because we haven't done that on Game Armor for a while. So we're going to do that and see how those go. And hopefully that means that I'll have a bit of a buffer again. I want to get one more game, but I'll probably end up doing that during the week unless things don't work here, and then in which case I'll just film that today and get that out of the way. So at least I've got something from the weekend. So let's get on with it. I'll see you tomorrow. Today's video is brought to you by my graphic novels, The Collected Life of Nobty Mouse, Volume 1, All Over the House, Volume 1, and All Over the House, Volume 2. Thank you.